and welcome to another video. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. So today we're going to be doing something different, as you can already tell, and basically we're going to be reviewing the past month. I've got my notebook here, pink, and a pen here, and we're going to be reviewing the past month and also in addition the past 6 months, and then plan for the next 6 months. So essentially, why do we plan? I find that I think planning is not really for everyone, because I know that a couple years ago when I was just going about my life, not having much to do, I didn't really plan, and that was great. I just enjoyed my life on that basis. But once you have a lot of things doing, you have a lot of interest, you have school and other things doing, it's definitely good to sit down, plan, review, and see how you can improve as you go along, because life is about growth. It's this unending chain of like reaching one stage and you can see one way to improve and stuff like that. Of course, you can still be satisfied where you are, but that doesn't mean that you should stay stagnant, because that is a proof of you being alive. So I usually do this, but interesting enough, like when I started January rather, I had a bunch of stuff written down and stuff, but even when I was writing them down, I just didn't feel like I was gonna get them done. There wasn't, in a sense, there wasn't clarity. And now I feel like I'm at a stage where there is clarity. I was still reviewing, like doing a couple, sometimes I do weeks, sometimes I do months, sometimes I didn't get to because of school. But I'm so excited to be here in this time, because a lot of things could have happened. Oh, also a heads up, basically I purchased Lavendaire, well, her name is Aileen, but her brand is Lavendaire. She's also here on YouTube, and I purchased her workbook, a dream life workbook rather, and it has a lot of prompts. That's what I'm going to be using, in addition to another YouTuber called Bliss Beans. I'm going to use her worksheet for reviewing the month. I'm going to link the YouTube channel and also the worksheet I will be using, so you can print it out. I'm just like writing it because there's no ink in the house. So essentially, I'll give you a prompt. You can do this with me. I will say a word and then you can pause and continue. So the first thing is to describe June in one word. For me, June in one word was freeing. I was free from school and then I jumped into summer school, but that ended this month. I was able to go out. We were able to get like liberty to go places, more social distance and of course, but still go out, just have fun and just like be free to rest and do whatever I wanted. Secondly, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you agree with this statement? I took steps to get closer to my dream life. The scale was 8 for me, which is like the highest it has been this year, and it all accounts to the part of just being free. I took a lot of steps just towards my goals in terms of like clarity of mind, just being accepting my mindset, and I was in a good mental state working towards that. So for most of the part, I really took good steps to write the highlights of the month. What was last month? I started working as a communications assistant at my school's student success center. So the first highlight was to shoot my first project, edit it and submit it. I was so excited about that. Starting this YouTube channel, also turning 20, because I did that this month. So these were highlights of the month for me. And answer these prompts rather. One thing I learned this month was, one thing I am proud of this month is, one thing that I learned this month was that refining is important, of course, and also sometimes you have to keep moving before you can get clarity. That one thing I'm proud of, alright, funny enough, is my video editing skills, kind of. I don't really have much skills, but I'm learning and I'm proud of that. So yeah, so what answers did you guys have? Leave them down in the comments. I would. And finally, how can you improve for the next month? Is that I need to find some form of structure in my different areas. Before we get into like planning for July, I wanted to really get into the mid-year review prompt. Again, you can download the worksheet that Bliss Bean has. So the first one is a very busy schedule. At first, my goal was to read once a month, but you know, as I got into back into second semester of school, I just knew that this wasn't going to be it, and I didn't read for like a couple weeks. Just reading for fun. That is not like study. And after a while, I was able to find ways of like still reading, and yeah, I was really glad for that. And at the end, at the end of 6 months, I was able to read 3 books, like complete 3 books. So super proud of that because it was so hard to struggle through that. A big one for me is that I was able to like kind of come out of mild depression, one by working through with my therapy, and also like just engaging with friends. I was a bit distant because of COVID and all, but I'm able to come out of that. So I was really glad about that whole, just like coming out of it and just like being myself again, doing things, engaging in things that I enjoyed. So yeah. You can also jot down things that you are grateful for. And things I'm grateful for being alive, like actually living. I'm so grateful for that. Because you guys know, man, the amount of people that have died through this COVID thing, it's crazy. So, got to be grateful for life. Write down some of the wins you've had in the past 6 months. This could be big, this could be small. Just write them down. For me, some of these were reading, despite having a very busy schedule. At first, my goal was to read once a month, but as I got into back into second semester of school, I just knew that this wasn't going to be it, and I didn't read for like a couple weeks. Just reading for fun. That is not like study. And after a while, I was able to find ways of like still reading, and yeah, I was really glad for that. And at the end, at the end of 6 months, I was able to read 3 books, like complete 3 books. So super proud of that because it was so hard to struggle through that. A big one for me is that I was able to like kind of come out of mild depression, one by working through with my therapy, and also like just engaging with friends. I was a bit distant because of COVID and all, but I'm able to come out of that. So I was really glad about that whole, just like coming out of it and just like being myself again, doing things, engaging in things that I enjoyed. So yeah. You can also jot down things that you are grateful for. And things I'm grateful for being alive, like actually living. I'm so grateful for that. Because you guys know, man, the amount of people that have died through this COVID thing, it's crazy. So, got to be grateful for life. Is to identify different areas of your life, and these areas of your life could include physical health, mental health, school, hobbies, side hustle, home and your environment, your finances, personal development, relationships, added faith, and all those things. Just identify buckets of your life. So, and you have to be intentional with it and be personal with it, because for someone else it might be careers might be a bucket in their life. For another person it might not be that, it might be school. So just refine and also identify what's important to you, And under each bucket, review how you performed during the last 6 months, and also review how you want to act in the next 6 months. So this is gonna take a while, and do some more in-depth thoughts, so you can take your time. I'm not reviewing mine, just like pause, take notes, and yeah, wait for the next prompt. Next thing is to write down any other goals you might have for the next 6 months. And a great thing is to write one actionable step that you can take from those goals, because it's very easy to write goals, but also very easy to forget them. If you can write more than one actionable steps, definitely write them all out, but just write at least one for each of the goals, so when it's time, you just jot them down. And the last thing for this mid-year review, I loved that Bliss Bean had this. It was to have like a overlay and overview of what you should work on for the next 6 months. Just like a rough schedule, nothing too tough and too hard, but it's great for when the new month is starting. You can just like, okay, these are the things I need to work on, and then work on them. So yeah, definitely share with me down in the comments below, so that we can keep each other accountable. Okay, so next month when I'm up here, you'll be like, Kimakam, how's your goal? And I can be like, I can check on you too. Okay, so tell me down below so we can keep each other accountable. Part, which is the plan for the new month. Start with an intention. Write this. July will be. Next, identify the 3 top goals for July, what you want to work on, and as mentioned, write the action steps. In addition to that, to write mini goals that you want to work on. This could be as small as like going out more, playing games, going out for walks, just mini. Next, write a weekly breakdown of these activities that you've written down in your goals and mini goals section, and then put them in the calendar, because through that you'll be able to remember them more, and also like you've already accounted time for those things. And maybe some of those tasks won't need a calendar. Maybe it's like telling somebody, well then you text the individual right at that moment so you don't forget and miss out. Great. And a bonus question that Lavendaire had is that for us to reflect on how this year has surprised you and what you've learned from it. So thank you for sticking to the end of this video. I hope this helped. I hope you can implement them. Also, don't put too much pressure on yourself. You're probably not gonna finish everything, but which is why you need to refine, like work on those top 3 goals for the next month and see how you can grow. You don't have to stick to the same thing. You can start new things. And another thing that could help is to create a vision board, a digital or physical one, and put them in place to remind you of your goals and aspirations, and to work on those things. Funny enough, I talk about vision board a lot, but I haven't created this year's vision board because I just didn't have the time and everything. I didn't have the time, and also I didn't feel the vibes. So but for the next half, I'm feeling the vibes, so I'm going to do it. I wanted to do like a physical one, but most likely I might start with just like a digital one and then work from there. But yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you for sticking along. I hope you really jotted down and made notes. But yeah, never stop. Remember to never stop curating your best life. Okay, see you next time. Bye.